trying to mold the research that it's done, valuing the knowledge that the university has, but also trying to work in these areas of valuing knowledge and transferring to the community. So this is actually what we do, our division. We have what it's called the triple helix model. So we work around university knowledge, the transfer for the universities, and the relationship with government, trying to create, trying to support new ideas, new ventures, and the valuing of knowledge created in the universities. And so this is just a little thing of what we do. So the university continues to work on their traditional role, which is knowledge creation and training of human capital, but the universities are now forced to have new activities, and it's mandatory to work in these areas according with the region. And so this is what we try to do, this third role of the university, like leadership, knowledge transfer, technology innovation. And so this is the kind of things we do. And we do it knowing that the university has access to highly qualified human resources, new ideas, new knowledge, and also that industry needs innovation to become more competitive. This is a reality everywhere in the world. And sorry. Also, we know that there are issues that we work with, and this is why divisions like us have to work in universities, because we know there's still some doubts regarding public and private cooperation. There's different languages between companies and researchers, and we know that actually universities have and researchers have the ability to work to work towards timings. It's different than the ones in the industry. So this is issues that we have to work with. And we think this is why it's necessary to work in these areas. Also, trying to know the potential. We know that universities might be peripheral geographically, but they have global, scientifically they are global, so they are not peripheral at all. They have to work with the best practices. And we know that research is measured by international standards, so the research that is done in the south of Portugal has to be the same quality as the one done in any northern country or in the US. So. And also we have experience in working in international projects everywhere. So our peripheral should not be a way of excuses for not doing something. Trying to work in these years of entrepreneurship and technology transfer, this is a little bit of the blending area where we try to act. So universities mainly work on the idea development, and industries mostly work on product and market. And so we try to blend that area between proof of concept, trying to take it to product. So this is a little bit just to show what we do. And also there are challenges that I think that nowadays it's common everywhere in the room. So licensing, it's a problem, capital restriction, purchasing power, competition. But there are also opportunities like the international networks, the support entities like us that work all around to support this kind of things, knowledge and training, funding. So this is the kind of things that we do. And so back to where we started, trying to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in the areas of green knowledge. I'll just try to differentiate between three areas where we work. So one in business creation, the so-called entrepreneurship. The other one, the university enterprise interaction, so-called technology transfer, and also at an institutional level. So valuing green knowledge in business creation. The things we do is try to promote creativity initiatives, our own initiatives like business ideas contests, trying to capture the most of the people with business ideas to work with, try to help them from ideas to market, coaching, internationalization. What we say is that I'm from economics, so I don't know anything about genomics, but I know that anyone from any area has to go through specific steps if you want to create a marketable product. So that's where we help them. And, sorry. And what comes out of this? This is just a couple of examples from companies in the green sector that have been created from knowledge from the university and from the support of institutions from us, so institutions like ours. All of them work in energy savings, green economy, consultancy, products. So this is what comes out of that activity. Also in the university enterprise interaction, the same thing. What we do is try to identify potential internally. So what kind of research is it done in the university with potential market and to solve problems of the companies, and also identifying needs externally in the companies, trying to work directly with the companies and with the business associations, trying to know and understand exactly what they need and where we can act. And then trying to do what we were saying is like trying to translate both languages into something valuable. And also what comes out of this. For example, this is a project where we are doing bioethanol from second generation residue. So green economy, we have a lot of expertise in these areas. There's a lot of residue second generation, which is important. And the idea is to transform it through knowledge into a marketable product. Another one, it's a cooperation between Certigarov, is a Portuguese company, and university. It's trying to work on Internet of Things in order to be able to manage in an integrated way all of the heating machines and everything that spends energy in public buildings and private buildings. And finally, also another one, the Algarve is very well known for tourists and especially for golfing. And so there's a very interesting company working on IT for managing golf courses and water. And the university has very, very large knowledge in grass, water management, fungi. And so we put them into cooperation for creating new international products. And finally, in terms of institutional level, it's also important when we are talking about efficiency. So again, same thing. We have to understand regional and local potential. What is our capacity? Try to find opportunities, whether now or future. And also, this is an example of something that it's being done. For example, we know that the Algarve, the south of Portugal, like the south of Spain, is one of the most exposed regions to sun. And so we have a green movement in the university, started with the installation of 100 kilowatts of solar panels, just for working specifically in those hours of peak, where energy is most expensive and demand is most higher. And so this is just a little bit of what I had to present. Thank you very much for the invitation, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Julio. Now I would like to invite the University of Valencia, because I know that they have some maybe some logistical problems with the transport after, so I don't want them to be in a hurry. And thank you, Francisca. And then we'll have a short coffee break afterward.
Well, my name is Francisca Molina. I'm from the University of Polytechnic of Valencia, the Construction Architectural Department. And I'm here on behalf of the Federation, Valencian Federation of Municipalities and Provinces. I'm going to talk about the eco-efficiency cooperation for companies in the industrial areas of the eastern regions of Spain. Well, and we can see here that the Spanish Mediterranean coast has experimented over the last decade an increase of activities in the construction industry. And parallel to the impact on the built environment, there have been also changes in the industrial areas due to material needs and transportation needs. So new construction methods and energy efficient technologies and components are needing more prefabrication during production tasks. So there is a need in the industrial areas for an integrated management tool for these processes. In the region, we have steel and concrete production plants, as the Asland, Lafarge Asland cement plant, and others. But also, there has been recent developments on the area of Sagunto, where there was the the former steel making plant in the center, and now it has been developing an industrial area for companies, startups, and also chemical production, and with the harbor, which is connected with the Valencia harbor, it's increasing the connections between Italy, France, and the south of Africa. which can help to further development of those companies in this strategic area. This was how the area was in the 1924 and the 20s and 30s when the steel maker plant was completely fully working. All the process of the gathering the carbon and steel production was there until 1983, when the government decided to put all their efforts on the steel maker plant in Vizcaya. So this company in Sagunto disappeared. Only the rolling plant remained. Now it's a ArcelorMittal company for steel rolling. So well, it has been there has been a reindustrialization process in the area. As we can see, those huge surfaces are now in development with the harbor, as I said. There is a strategic position also through the Mediterranean corridor, and there are some dynamic opportunities due to tourism and also other industries. This area includes 3 million square meters surface among services, industries, as I said, and infrastructure. But also it's next to a green protected area, Marjal del Moro, which is a marsh really valued there because it helps to capture the polluting water from the aquifers and to drain the pollution throughout the drainage. So the water goes to reservoirs, and also then there is a green belt that filters all the water. And here it's I'm mixing between the lean manufacturing processes and the lean construction theory. Gather how to connect the building processes in an industrial area, helping to do it more sustainable processes at the time that the built environment is not affected. And during my research, I developed a SWOT analysis for different certification and assessment tools. So I will only focus now on the economic opportunities and of this analysis. The weaknesses, the main weaknesses were there was channel design processes in these areas with a high degree of integration are likely to be wasteful due to the interdependencies between the different stakeholders involved. So how to deal with this problem always with cost-benefit analysis and to avoid delays in scheduling tasks. Another threat was also the adjustments or updates of energy facilities must compete for funding, capital funding that is not related with the energy investments that are involved. So to deal with that, there should be used return of investment tools to choose the most suitable projects as regards carbon emissions and cost premium of the implementation, so that it can attract investors. And the opportunities of the implementation of environmental assessment tools, both for construction and for the processes in the areas, are the need for a generalizable practices in the management of these standards. So it needs to provide accurate and accessible databases, to also early collaboration between the different stakeholders, and for complex projects like huge industrial areas, and also to provide data from previous projects that were highly rated in terms of certification assessment. So well, these trends are, yeah, the initial investment cost over a project certification with an energy efficient design are offset by a reduction of operating costs. So the initial investments are proportional to the rating level that we want. And while also at the end, what is shown to the customers, it's what they value. So as much effort as we put on showing how we show how sustainable we are or how efficient we do our processes, more we will increase our benefits. So we have to also think on the customers of the products in the end, not only the benefit of the complex. And that's all from the University of Valencia. Thank you.
Thank you, Francisca. Thank you. Of course, maybe I didn't tell you at the beginning, but you can ask questions whenever you want after the single presentation. So feel free to ask whatever you need to be clarified in case. Okay. So let's have a 10 minutes coffee break now, and then we continue. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Evangelos Felonis. I'm a plant manager of the ADO SA. It's a company that my company is involved in construction, and it's one sector that has been hit mostly in my country by the crisis that everybody is suffering from. And it's a middle-sized company, like most of the Greek companies. We're talking about energy efficiency, which is something very difficult for small companies and middle-sized companies to succeed in when they have problem in going on with business. So I'm gonna illustrate a financial method, a tool that helps small companies use this efficient tool in order to go on with efficiency. First of all, we have to talk about take in mind the energy efficiency that is one of Europe's main targets. By 2020, they all agreed that we should have 20% lower consumption in energy, and they have made some various directives for that. In the promotion and cogeneration based on a useful heat demand in the internal energy market, the directive on energy and use efficiency and energy services, and in 2012 the directive on energy efficiency. Also, they agreed that the member states should adopt national measures to remove existing barriers and imperfections that impede the efficient end use of energy. I'm going to talk about third-party financing mechanism. What is a third-party financing mechanism? It's a contractual arrangement involving a third party, in addition to the energy supplier and the beneficiary of the energy efficiency improvement measure that provides the capital for that measure. So we have financing party involving in the procedure, giving the funds needed for a small company to succeed in implementing the kind of technology that's eco-efficient. The third party could be a financial institution or a private company. When we're talking about a private company, then we're talking about energy service companies or energy saving companies, ESCOs. ESCOs, they deliver energy efficiency improvements, accepting financial risk. They take all the risk. That's the good thing about the small companies. And by covering or helping to finance upfront investment costs. They get the refinancing through the savings achieved through this procedure. Third-party financing refers solely to debt financing. Project financing comes from a third party, for example, a finance institution. The